Hi, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the show Behind the Scenes in Health with Dr. Ron. If you're new here, my name is Ronald, and I give you updates around healthcare, health tech, alternative careers, and all of that. So if that's the kind of content you're looking for, you're in the right place. So just hit the subscribe button down there so that whenever the new videos drop, and you'll be the first to know. To my returning viewers and subscribers, thank you guys for sticking around and always watching, sharing the videos we make on this channel. And quickly to today's topic. So I'll be talking about alternative careers nurses can look into if they're thinking of doing other things really. Somebody came to my DM the other day, was like, every time you're making videos just for doctors, and I'm like, no, it's not just for doctors. Because interestingly, some of the roles I talk about for doctors, actually other healthcare professionals can look into those roles. Last week I had a video for pharmacists, and today I'm going to be talking to the nurses. Well, again, like I said, anybody can look into these roles, but by virtue of being a nurse, so some of these roles might be, nursing specific. So without wasting time, I'll just get into those roles. There are about 10 of them. This list is not exhaustive, so you might just want to stay tuned because I still have more videos to talk about more roles that you can look at if you're a nurse. So if you're a nurse watching me, you just want to stick around to the end. If you're not a nurse, please share this video with a nurse so that they can benefit from what I'm talking about on this video. So the first role, in no particular order, is to become a nurse educator. So nurse educators basically teach junior nurses. You're getting into academics, you're passing your knowledge to the new generation of nurses. There's nothing more fulfilling than passing the baton on to the next generation. So being a nurse educator is good. So you get to design training programs, deliver training programs, and that also has its own qualifications required. Things like maybe having a degree in education or certification in delivering courses or something. So I think it depends on where you are anyway, what country you are. There are different skill sets and qualifications that you might require to be able to become a nurse educator. So you might just want to look that up. The next role is in nurse research. Research is big globally, locally. Everybody is doing research, so you can become a nurse researcher and basically add to the body of healthcare knowledge. Research is an interesting part of healthcare that a lot of people tend to ignore. You have places like there's public health research, there's clinical research, different types of research. So you could just look at one area and just decide to settle down in that area, and it makes a lot of sense. So research, and they actually pay their handsomely, researchers. Then the third one is to become a nurse informaticist. I think I've done a video about how nurses or how anyone generally in the healthcare space can get into health informatics. So as a nurse, you can go into do a postgraduate degree in health informatics or maybe health information management that allows you to work as a nurse informaticist. So basically, you get to work with healthcare technology systems to improve data management and ultimately patients' care. It's quite an interesting role, and again, as a nurse informaticist, it's actually wide. You can decide to play in the clinical governance role, you can play to information governance, you can look at risk management, you can look at EPR systems, you can look at UX design, UI research. It's a whole lot working as a nurse informaticist. So it's another key area to look at. It's in hot demand. Healthcare professionals who have an understanding of how technology works, they are actually in very, very high demand. So you might just want to consider that area. Now the next part is legal nurse consultants, where you get to provide your opinions on medical legal cases. You get to work with health insurance firms or law firms. Now in Nigeria, I'm not really sure if this is quite a thing. Even the doctors who have got law degrees, they're not so much really in Nigeria. I think I should look for somebody to talk to, to give you guys an update. So it's something worth considering if you're outside the country, but I mean, I don't know how lucrative that is or functional it is in Nigeria, so I can't talk about that, but it's something to look into. Then you could move into writing. So anybody can actually be a writer. So you could be a technical writer or non-technical writer. Now everybody is looking for people to produce health information, break down health information in terms that makes it easy for the patients or clients to understand. So as a nurse, you have a good understanding of medical terms, terminologies, and so you can actually do that, do publications, write books, do blog posts, articles, and get well paid for that. So you can do this by the side as a side hustle, or it can become your main hustle. Any way you want to look at it, it's still fine, right? If you're enjoying this video, please give us a like, and just a minute. Okay, so the next one is the healthcare administrator. So this probably requires you getting a degree in management, maybe masters in healthcare administration or masters in business administration, to augment whatever clinical skills you've got. You need to understand how to manage a facility or manage organizations, manage workers, and all of that. So that's really, really, a lucrative area to look into. And we're in dire need of, better managers of our hospitals, of our healthcare systems. So if that's something you're interested in, managing people, managing systems, then looking to become a healthcare administrator is a good place to be. So you probably invest some money into certifications or a postgraduate degree, whatever suits you, but you can do that. Then additionally, you want to take leadership courses that can enhance your leadership skills and abilities, because you're working at high level, you're leading large complex teams, so you have good leadership skills really. Then you can decide to start your own business, maybe a care home or nursing facility, or you could go into consulting services, or there are so many healthcare related businesses that the nurse can actually start. So if you just want to do your thing, you don't want to work with anybody or work for anybody, then starting your thing is a good place to be. Most times I tell people, you probably want to work for someone for a while, understand how the system works before you move out on your own. I'm not saying if you don't do this, you won't be successful. I'm just saying what I think works really. So that's one. Then you could look at occupational health. So occupational health is not just for doctors. So there are occupational health nurses, where you focus on workplace health and safety, things around ergonomics, generally promoting employee well-being. So that's an area that you can also consider. And some places or some universities actually offer postgraduate courses in occupational health, and there are also certifications you probably need to take. So if you're interested in occupational health, it's got amazing work-life balance. It pays, it's quite lucrative. You can work in a whole lot of sectors really, oil and gas, finance, that's fintech, agri-tech, a whole lot of places. Everybody is looking for occupational health physicians, right? So that's one. Then you could go into sales, medical sales representative. So it's not just for, traditionally people will say maybe it's the pharmacists that should be doing sales and all of that, but I've seen doctors who are doing medical sales. I've seen nurses who are doing medical sales. I've seen lab technicians, lab scientists who are doing sales. So anybody can actually dabble into sales. So if you're a nurse, then you can also move into sales, where sales, we are talking about selling, medical equipment. You're talking about medical products. So it's not just pharmaceuticals, because when people hear medical rep, what comes to mind is, we are selling drugs, pharmaceuticals, right? So it goes beyond that really. And the last one on today's episode is to become a travel nurse, right? So if you enjoy traveling, you want to see new places while you're working, then being a travel nurse is interesting. You just get to, work in different areas of the world. Today you're probably in Spain, tomorrow you're in the UK, tomorrow you're in the US, But again, there are certifications you need to do to buffer up that. I'll probably do a separate video on, how to become a travel nurse, and for a doctor, how to become, a travel doctor, flying around. A couple of them, I know them, and they're really enjoying their lives, and they pay them actually very, very well. So yeah, these are my 10 alternative careers that a nurse can look into if you're thinking of doing something outside the hospital, or you're taking a break from practice like I'm doing and looking for what can I do. Then these are areas worth looking into that will give you good work-life balance, put money in your pocket, and you'll be happy at the end of the day, right? So that's it from me. So which one is your most interesting one, or what do you think you're interested in? So just let me know in the comment section. I'll be there reading and reply your comments. And please don't leave without subscribing to the channel. And until I see you in the next episode, I still remain your host, Dr. Ron, and I'd like to say bye for now.